What is good, y'all, man? It's your boy Wesley the Draco Slayer. You already know. This is a little vlog, a little kind of Draco speaks here, you dig? I don't know. I'm currently at like my overnight stocking job. I'm just sitting there having these thoughts. I'm like tired as fuck. But I also get to the point, like in the night where I just start to become really woke for some reason. And one thing that I kind of came to the conclusion of is that these jobs really you're not supposed to be staying at forever. You're kind of supposed to essentially use these jobs as like stepping stones. I don't think everybody is made to be essentially working for somebody else for the rest of your life. And if that's what you want to do, again, like not everybody's under the same circumstances as maybe you or me. But I do think that everybody has a purpose. I think that we as human beings should be chasing something, a higher purpose rather than just working. And like I said before, not everybody has the same kind of circumstances in which they can chase after their dreams, but I think it's important to kind of consider how you're using your time and how valuable your time is. Because you see, time is a very important thing. Time is more valuable than any currency. Time is the most expensive currency on the face of this earth. And I know that because there is nothing that time can't buy. If you got time, then you can essentially make an unlimited amount of money. If you have time, you essentially can get anything that you want. If you have time, you might learn how to fucking fly, because eventually human evolution will get there. That's a really outrageous kind of example, but it is true. I'm like sitting here at this job, I'm like, man, how do I get out this job? How do I get out the rat race? For me, it's gonna be through YouTube. It's gonna be through talking to people. I plan on making a Twitter because, like now that we have the whole Twitter X shit, we're gonna be getting paid to, make content on X or X Core, whatever they call it. That's some shit that Elon Musk said, but that's just a really basic example. We have to kind of play to the things that we're good at. If you play sports, play sports. If you're not a basketball player, make a basketball YouTube channel. If you're a dancer, make a TikTok, dance. If you're a content creator, you need to be kind of using these tools and these platforms to your advantage, especially since these platforms are now paying people to push ads and revenue and site traffic and stuff. So for me, it's gonna be through YouTube, it's gonna be through dance, it's gonna be through photography, using all of the kind of creative outlets that I have in order to kind of monetize and make myself money so I could change my life and the lives of the people around me. So I'm sitting there at the job like, what the fuck am I doing, man? But this in itself is a stepping stone. Not everything that we're doing on a daily basis should be, not everything that we're doing on a daily basis should be just a waste of time. Like, if you're working, you need to be at least thinking about ways to make more money so you don't have to clock into a job. It's just so weird to me because I would sit here and, like in my job at Tops over, overnight stocking, which is what I'm doing right now. Like, we would eventually like talk about, I guess, when we take our like vacations and stuff, and they say if you stay here for over 7 years that you essentially get 2 weeks with pay. And that's so crazy. Like, you're gonna stay here for 7 years, and the incentive to stay here for 7 years is to get paid 2 weeks without, working, your vacation pay or whatever. And that's just so weird that you would have other people telling you essentially when you can make money while you're sleeping, essentially. You're gonna have somebody tell you when you're making money while you're sleeping. I think that's outrageous. I think that's That's insane. I think you should be deciding when you get paid, when you make money, how you decide to use your time when you're sleeping, and what money you're making when you're sleeping as well. I plan on, starting maybe up some Amazon stuff. I missed it this summer with, like certain trends of things that people were buying on certain websites and yada yada yada, drop shipping and all that shit. But I think any person should not allow another person or your employer to tell you when you can be taking your breaks and your holidays. I don't think that any human being should be able to go through something like that. But again, we do not live in a world like that. We live in a world in which people have to grind. But some people don't get out the grind. Some people can't stop working. My job with this video is to tell people that they can essentially create a skill, not even they have skills, but an idea, or copy the ideas of other successful people. That's why drop shipping and Amazon marketplace shit is just so popular, because you don't have to have any skills. You just gotta sell product and budget and advertise it, or pay for advertising. Like, it's not just about having skills. You can have no skill at all and still be a millionaire or a billionaire. It just depends on if you want to put in the work. And I know I'm not in any position to be kind of saying this, because I'm not where I'm at right now, but this is kind of like my reminder to myself and my reminder to y'all that y'all have a greater purpose. Whether that's just to be, financially free, or to go wherever you want. And maybe, when you have money and you're financially free, you can actually find out what your dreams are, what your ambitions are. I have no doubt in my mind when I'm able to travel and, get out New York, get out the United States, that I'd be able to find that I come to love helping other people or building houses for other people and other unfortunate people. Like, that's something that I want to do. But I have to get in a different tax bracket to do that. Or I have to be able to have the resources and the money to do that. Like, do y'all kind of see what I'm saying in that regards? I just want to be able to do shit that kind of matters. And this is also like for me to like kind of come back one day and look at this and be like, yeah, I was saying this and I actually did it. But that's the thing about having dreams and ambitions. Not every dream is achievable, to be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that what you're doing might not. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that what you're doing is totally possible, because I don't know. I don't know what's possible in this world, especially in the age of social media and all these technological advances. I don't know what's possible, but I do know that once you have more resources, you're able to do more things. I simply want to have more resources and have more money, so I could do more for the people around me as well as myself. That's one of my dreams. I tell people this all the time. You gotta make it multiple times in your life. For me, making it was getting out of the hood, getting out of the Bronx, and experiencing a different life, which is why I'm upstate and working so hard, and why I have this second job, because I don't want to have to go through that anymore. I don't want to have to go through being around, a lot of negative influences, and that goes for everywhere. Everywhere you're gonna find negative influences and things that don't necessarily benefit you. But if you see that you're in an environment and it's not really doing much for you anymore, it's more than likely time to get out. You gotta make it multiple times in this life. For me, making it once was getting out of the hood and coming to a different place in which different people and different experiences were available to me. The second way I made it was becoming free of, I guess, living with my dad. And shout out to my dad, I love him and all, but we always bumped heads, and I never felt like I was able to really creatively express myself while living under the roof of somebody else. And that's something that's real. If you're from the Bronx and you moved out, that's real. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if y'all want more videos like this, I will happily go into detail on what that experience entails, because it's really a crazy experience. I wouldn't even know how to fully explain to you what that entails, just living in an environment like that. Until then, I'm opening boxes, putting product up. You can also enjoy the grind too. You can also enjoy where you're at right now. And you gotta laugh sometimes too. You gotta laugh. Just smile. You're like, man, I'm really grinding. I'm really working at McDonald's right now. But shit, when I'm a millionaire, when I got my own, for me, I want my own loft and my own nice little car. That Kia Stinger. Hopefully they're not discontinued by the time I get it. You just gotta laugh. You gotta know that you're gonna be there. That's the best way to manifest it. You gotta know. You gotta be so powerful. You gotta have such a strong will. You gotta be so confident in yourself that you know that you're gonna be there. It's really as simple as that. Work your ass off, do what you need to do, but never forget your end goal. Never forget your dreams and ambitions. And when I get there, I'm gonna put clips or a clip of this video as the before and then the after. So I remember when this was my dream, to have 2 jobs, have a job, and be able to live by myself and do my own shit. I remember when this was my dream, and now I got it. Now I gotta do more. The type of shit that I want to do is not even some shit that's. It's not even some shit that you I feel like anybody really could comprehend, because it's just some shit that goes on in my mind. It's shit that I really want. Shit that really means a lot to me. I just want to be able to do what I want to do in a financially free aspect, as well as an aspect that pertains to me actually being happy and having a purpose. See, I was just talking about loving the grind and loving the circumstance. One of my coworkers, shout out to my coworker, just walked past, bouncing the ball. He's just chilling. The grind don't always gotta be mundane and terrible. There's beauty in the mundane, there's beauty in the grind, there's beauty in the things that we as humans see as very just dark and just kind of not fulfilling in terms of living your life. There's beauty in those things. You just gotta find it.